Dark Moon Lilith in Aries, the Brute. This is the soldier winning many medallions in battle, 1, versus the juvenile delinquent. Now, some celebrities that perfectly embody one with Lilith and Aries are Kurt Cobain, Ellen DeGeneres, Bruce Springsteen, R. Kelly, Tiger Woods, Albert Einstein, Mark Zuckerberg, Michael Jackson, Prince, Mahatma Gandhi, Sinead O'Connor, Kate Winslet, Justin Bieber, Viggo Mortensen, Prince Harry, Meryl Streep, Alizé, Caitlyn Jenner, Ava Gardner, Tim Burton, Vincent Van Gogh, Adam Sandler. Did I say Gary Oldman? This is essentially a role played by employees, peers, youthful males, or teenagers who feel that the battlefield is their playground, or their home ground, or their stomping ground in general. They just feel like it's their natural habitat to be in a place where everything is war zone. That's where they love to be. Or rather, they don't say that outright. They just subconsciously intuit it constantly. It's a part of their being. And it's sad because there's just nothing fun about that. Constantly being on the defense, constantly ready to fight, constantly trying to protect yourself. That's what these people are, and they're very sinewy people, very ready to move in a way to protect themselves. Quite simply. I mean, how do I get this across about these people? There's just something about their bone structure in relation to their skin that makes them perfectly agile to do it the best. It's really hard for me to describe. It's like something about their bones is not too heavy, and it's always usually quite thin people, or they're just a certain body structure to all these people. These signs, and it's just really, I'm not the best person. I mean, I'm sure nobody's ever ventured out there to go outright and describe all these differences in the first place, but I myself am having difficulty putting the words and the adjectives together for this. But if I could say by their abstract essence, you can describe these people as prideful, enthusiastic, fierce, excessive, demonstrative, exuberant, egocentric, self-important, cruel, wild, active, unpredictable, spontaneous, bold, brutal, rude, fiery, disobedient, reckless, righteous, quick, combative, petty, nimble, belligerent, handsome, attractive, flirtatious, virile, fatal, pioneering, impulsive, competitive, youthful, sensual, masculine, courageous, aggressive, blatant, chaotic, whimsical, stubborn, boastful, brusque, vigorous, talkative, creative, violent, passionate, irrational, idealistic, autonomous, individualistic, audacious, forceful, unrestrained, unconquerable, indulgent, violent, We said violent twice. Wonder why. High-strung, eager, dominant, sporty, lean, ambitious, strategic, tactful. Alright, so in essence, this is someone who is always overcompensating in combative situations. So what is a combative situation? Could be a fight, a disagreement, and naturally we all have these parts of our lives get to these combative situations along the way. But the Lilith and Aries individual will overplay the extreme negativity. It will be their Achilles heel in these situations because they have a now or never mentality, because they cannot see past the flight or fight mentality, because that's how they are. They're very impulsive, violent. They are your warriors. This is the karma of a brute, a warrior, a butcher, a killer, one who violated the sacrament of life in a past life, killed nonsensically for the sake of it, not strictly for war. This is someone who needs to learn how to respect living. Someone who needs to respect the here and now. Zen. Let's go back to classic Buddhist teachings. What is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is the now and the present, and you gotta respect it, because if you don't, yeah, you're just constantly gonna be at war with yourself, with others, and you're just gonna be like snap, 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 snap. It's this weird thing with these guys, because they both fear and desire strongly to be the leader, which is constant, honestly, really the way to describe the classic warrior person in the army or whatnot. You know, someone who is trying to fight, but why would they fight unless they had some kind of, need. To get to the top. So, difficulty maintaining relationships because of this. So they have this pattern of ongoing flirtatious pursuits, and you can see that it's just like, not only is everything a war zone, the dating area becomes, there is no ability to maintain the relationship, because the relationship is the constant, the search, the find the person, and then the short while where it goes on, the courting happens, but then it ends, because there is no actual ability for peace here. So they move on to the next one, and then it just keeps going on and on and on and on like that. Because, as we said, it's this now or never mentality. They take pride in the fight. They only feel at home in the fights area. And you know, this is very good for certain situations. You know, like if you're in a hardcore dance routine, or you know, actually fighting a war, or doing something that's mentally and physically intensive and requires you to be real fast, just like I mean, you ever look at like Michael Jackson and the way he moves on stage? That's really Lilith and Aries at its peak. Like, just that jig, moving your freaking body to the utmost capacity of like strenuous concentration. That's like just about like the limit. Or if you look at freaking Sigourney Weaver and like freaking alien movies with like, I mean, why do you think she fits so perfectly in the role? Because she just is that way. She is always trying to freaking ward off some kind of aliens attacking her, because that's what Lilith and Aries is. They're ready to go. They're ready to fucking push some fucking aliens and Martians off the freaking cliff. Even if they're in a divorce suit, they'll still be ready to do that. It doesn't matter what situation they're in. I mean, do I really need to go on with these, like, you know, Kurt Cobain? I mean, the problem with that guy is, the sharp objects problem, the frustrations with the Lilith and Aries. You gotta stay the fuck away from sharp objects, knives, guns, fires, murder, violence. They're afraid of being killed. They are afraid of anything like that. And it's like an over-exaggerated fear in their minds. So, you know, some people have fears of heights. These people have an embedded fear of being killed by others. And so, the problem with Kurt Cobain was that he was just too individualistic, and some people figured that out and really just kind of flipped. You know, there's forces that are stronger than Aries. That's the blatant truth. There are forces like Sagittarius. Sagittarius is in Lilith. He's very debatably you can't stop them. And that's exactly what got him. And that's sad, but that's what it is. I mean, you don't really gotta look far if you want to look at my Sagittarius video. It's my first one, because truth be told, that's the one freaking force if you gotta watch out. Lilith and Sagittarius people are just, no, they are very multifaceted people. They're gonna work completely. They'll do anything they need to and get away with it. Whenever. This Friday night, anytime, bro. And so basically, these people have the mental, the physical ability. They have the fierce first impression, the image, breaking through the wall with the with the fronting because of their fight spirit, and it's just like, you know, channeling your energy. They just have very thin barrier between the energy and the skin, and the energy is just like, just take a slinky. This is how it works with the Lilith and Aries. This is how it works. It works very simple. It's just like this. Lilith and Aries is born. Constant hyper. Yeah. So I'm just gonna end this now because I'm not really feeling too well, if you haven't noticed by now. Kind of going through a lot. Just hope for better days, I guess. Bye bye, gals.